my wonderful TM joiners. I'm Priya Mistry, the TMJ doc, and today I'm going to talk about why TMJ disorders are much more common in women than in men. That being said, if you're looking for more information on TMJ disorders for yourself or for a loved one, then this is the YouTube channel for you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when my next videos will come out. I post a new informational video every Friday for people who are suffering from TMJ disorders or for people who are just looking for more information. Please be sure to check out my TikTok. I'm new to TikTok, and my other social media accounts, which I've linked below. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a general dentist with a practice in Vancouver, Washington, where we are dedicated to taking care of patients with TMJ disorders. So let's get right into it. Why is TMJD more common in women? Well, my friends, women suffer from TMJD much more than men do because of hormones. Lucky us. The two hormones that are commonly linked with TMJ disorders are relaxin and beta estradiol. What are these hormones, you ask? Well, let's start with beta estradiol, which I'll refer to as estradiol for simplicity's sake. Estradiol is found in both men and women, and its function is vast and varied. In women, it helps with the development of breasts and hips. In men, it protects sperm, and basically it does a bunch of other things as well. Estradiol also has a profound impact on skeletal bone density, my friends. And the jawbone is, in fact, a skeletal bone. So the levels of estradiol in our bodies can have an impact on the jawbone and therefore the jaw joint. Let's move on to relaxin. Relaxin is also found in men and women, but in much higher levels for us women. Relaxin is named really well because it relaxes ligaments. That is its main function. So that can be really helpful when it comes to bearing children. It gets everything relaxed down there so that our hips stretch and we can actually bear children. However, relaxin can have a negative impact on the jaw joints. It can loosen up the ligament so much that the little disc of cartilaginous tissue, the articular disc, can come out of alignment. When it comes in and out of alignment, it will click and pop and make some noises. That's not ideal, but when it comes completely out of alignment, that clicking and popping stops and the jaw is actually locked closed. Not a fun condition, not a fun thing to go through. For more information on this painful condition, please watch the videos Jaw Locked Closed Parts 1 and Part 2, which I've linked above, and also the video How I Treat the Locked Jaw, Jaw Locked Closed. That's a newer one, and I walk through how I treat that condition for my patients. So check those out if you have some time. Last little point here is that both hormones, both beta estradiol and relaxin, have been linked to degeneration within the jaw joints, which is not great. And again, both of these hormones are found in much higher levels in women than in men. So the vast majority of my patients at my private TMJD only practice are women. I have been doing this TMJD only work for about 4 years now. In the last 4 years, I've seen hundreds of jaws that are locked closed. Only 4 of those up to date have been men. So you can imagine those numbers there. So really, this is a woman's problem most of the time. It can affect men, and if it does affect men, it's usually because these men have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or some sort of connective tissue disorder or hypermobility disorder. So I hope this video really helps clarify why TMJD problems are much more common in women than in men. So that's really it, my friends. I hope you like what you heard or learned something new, and if so, click like below, subscribe to my channel, do all the things. Questions and comments are always welcome. And remember, my friends, you can never have TMI about TMJ. Thank you.